What up? It's Ani Umana. I saw Ani. It's episode 2. I'll go one-on-one with Cason Wallace. He think he a bucket, but he not. I'm gonna shut him down. So we go one-on-one. We'll see who wins this.
So you the one that been talking, huh?
Cason. Yeah, so, I'm gonna spit your resume real quick. This is what I like to do in the beginning, all right? So on Rivals, you're number 19. On 24/7, you're number 16. And on ESPN, you're number 14. So when did you start playing basketball?
When I was 5, I played with my brother. He's 5 years older than me, so it was just playing up with him when he went to the rec or played with his AAU team. I was right there with him.
So you played 10U as a 5-year-old?
It was a little weird. So my coach, he was crazy. He had this rule where I couldn't pass half court. So so they down there playing 5-on-4, and I'm back there under the goal. They'll get a steal or whatever. They'll throw it down to me.
Why can't you get past half court?
Cause I'm 5 years old. I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. They were so big. So I get the ball, try to go up. If I don't make it, then they go the other way.
So there was no passing?
Nah.
So it's not like how it is now. Like now you like thread the needle and doing those things. You just launching it.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
I got you. That's kind of like your brother Keen. He like that. He a bucket like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but when did you realize, this was the sport you want to do full time? Because I imagine you probably played other sports, correct?
Yeah.
When did you realize basketball was something you wanted to do?
After freshman year, I was playing multiple sports, just having fun with everything. But after freshman year, I had to make a choice. It was either be good at both football and basketball, or be great at one and let the other one go. So I just picked basketball, and you see the progress I've made.
When did you? So let's talk about your family. Like you got a real tight circle, and not a lot comes out of your camp. That's big time. That's important. Because everything's kept to yourselves. Y'all do the right thing. Talk about how important that is for you, and then talk about your support system.
It's very important. I love every one of them. They all play an important role in what I do. My mom, she makes almost every game that I play in, and I can't ask for more from her. My dad, he got me going early, just teaching me how to play the game, being physical, and showing me a few post moves he used to do. And my cousin Tyrell, he training me now. He started a few years ago, and I was just like, if he's gonna train, then I might as well go to him. And he actually got better, and it was just good for me. My brother, man, we've been through some battles together, playing with each other, against each other, but it only helped both of us at the end of the day. So I just appreciate all of them for doing what they do for me and sacrificing time and effort for me.
I want to talk about Coach Tyrell. When did you start working with him?
I think it was 7th or 8th grade. I was I was actually a post player, and I was transitioning to being a guard because I wasn't the biggest anymore. So I seen what he was doing with my brother and how he was scoring all those points, and he was a guard his whole life. So my brother, he worked with Tyrell, so I started going with him, and it was just good for me because obviously I had a lot to learn. So, and I just keep learning and learning. So I'm fortunate to have him.
Let's talk about, so after quarantine, you made a leap. And it's like, there's 3 tiers that I have with you. It was, okay, he's a Division I prospect. Oh, he's a high major prospect. Oh, this kid can be a McDonald's All-American. Those are big leaps, right? Talk about, after quarantine, your game improved, your jumper was more polished, you're scoring with efficiency, your vision. I thought you always had vision, but you were just making quicker reads. Talk about what you were working on through that time.
Confidence. just get my confidence up, keep shooting the shots that I've been taking previously, but also expanding my range, working on different finishes, tightening up my ball handling. It was just keep doing the little things, and I'll just keep growing.
Yeah.
The little things is what count.
How many times a day did you work out during that time?
At least 2 to 3 workouts a day.
How was it, being quarantined, COVID? I mean, there's not a whole lot to do. Was it just in the gym working? What were you doing during those times?
I was actually outside.
Right.
Outside, it's hot.
Yeah.
It was sunny. We got kicked off a few courts because we weren't supposed to be there. Then we went to another court, and it was a lot. It really had to show how much you were locked in and how much you really wanted it, because if you ain't wanted it, you could have just stayed at the house and
Right.
been chilling, but we had goals, and we set goals, and we went and chased them.
So now let's go back to, you making that ascension, especially in the rankings and stuff like that. You went up like 40, 50 spots, which is very uncommon if you don't know. Talk about, getting all that attention, right? Like you had a few offers early on, like as a freshman, sophomore, and then this thing, it's like everything just kind of clicked and it was just rolling, right? Just talk about that experience. Like, what was going on during that time?
It was very exciting.
Yeah.
The first night we got the calls, like right when it hit 12 o'clock, my phone was ringing with 2-3 coaches, and it was mind blowing because I never seen that with my brother, and it was just an experience that I couldn't even explain. Like,
Yeah.
he never been through it, so we wouldn't know what to expect.
Right.
And it was just amazing.
Now you're established, right? Well, you still got more you want to get done, but 5-star guard, everyone's talking about you. You're one of the hottest players in the country, especially during the summer. So I think when a player starts, being established like that, now it's all about what they can't do, right? Now you start hearing, oh, he can't do this, or his jumper, he really not that type of a jump shooter, stuff like that. Were you hearing that a decent amount? Just the more negative feedback once you started like getting all the positive?
Me personally, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
That was more of my cousin Tyrell doing all that. He was, because I'm not a social media guy. My family, we're not big on social media, so me, honestly, I could care less what they have to say, but I'm still working on it so they could say something different. It's just doing what I have to do. I know what I need to get better at, so I'm gonna do that.
So let's go Richardson. You've been at Richardson since your freshman year, correct?
Yeah.
You and Rylan Griffin, y'all brought some real relevance to the basketball program. I mean, they've always been solid, but now, it's a hot name. Talk about, let's go through. So freshman year, I remember I saw you guys playing. I'm like, man, like this tandem is, man, they really nice. Just talk about like what y'all's aspiration was day one. And then go into a situation, you guys are 15 years old, and you got guys 17, 18 years old that have been in the program, but y'all still had to assume a big role into the basketball program. How was it like, being day one and having to be a leader?
It wasn't much pressure. I mean, the older class, they knew that we were coming in, we were gonna be a big deal, so they really just showed us the way, pushed us forward. I mean, I'm a natural leader, so it wasn't really hard for me to adapt to it, but playing on the court with them, it was pretty interesting because they were bigger and stronger than me. And I was like, dang, I'm gonna have to really get stronger in here, but they just believed in me, really. I just went out there, played my game, and they trusted me, they followed me.
You being a natural leader, and that's something I have been able to see with you. You can really get your group to play hard. You're very coachable. Just talk about, how do you lead? Like, how do you, like, if someone, let's say Rylan misses first 5 shots, how do you communicate with him to get him going, knowing that, at the end of the day, you're going to need him to produce the win? Or just any teammate, just how do you kind of pick them up?
I get on them, but I still know when to lift them up. I'm gonna get on you, I'm gonna keep getting on you, but once you start slipping from me, then yeah, it's okay. Come on, let's get back into it.
Right.
Like, you are who you are for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have a role to do your role. And then they snap right into it.
So your sophomore year, Duncanville were in your district at that time, correct? Mm-hmm. And those were some classic matchups. You had 2 signature games that time. At Duncanville, I believe y'all lost, correct?
Yeah.
It was very close. And that was I don't know, Duncanville want to see him again. And then at Richardson, you guys beat them and went to OT. And I think you had like 30-some points that game, I believe. Or,
I don't know.
I mean, I know you had a big
crazy
game. I was there. You were hidden. Like, I mean, that was like the best I saw you shoot from that date. Talk about, that's kind of like, you kind of went over a hump. Now it's like, okay, Richardson, the up and coming. Now it's like, okay, we here. So talk about, after that win and just getting over that hump. How did that feel, and how was the confidence within the team?
We were all high. We all had a mindset to where we couldn't lose any more games, really. It was, once we beat them, then we have to show everybody, like, why we beat them. Like, we're Richardson. We do this. So once we got into playoffs, it was just, we had to turn it up, and we kept turning it up.
So this is one of the final questions I ask, and I like to ask all, major recruits. What is your plan 3 years from now? Like, what does Cason Wallace look like 3 years from now?
I'm gonna be a star in the NBA. Okay. I'm gonna be a few years into the league. I'm gonna know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be the man on the team, and that's all I can really say right now.
I got you. Because right now, how old are you?
17.
So you be 20 years old, man on the team.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. How about 5 years from now? What does that look like?
5 years, I'm gonna be an all-star.
1 or 2 years?
2 years.
2 years?
Rookie of the year.
No, I mean, so in 5 years, like, you're gonna be a 2-time All-Star or 1-time All-Star?
2.
2-time, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rookie of the year. Yep. All that.
I got you. So once you're done making millions, ball stops bouncing, what ventures would you want to get into?
Podcasting.
Okay.
I want to stay close to the game, so I can see that in my little field.
I got you. What fuels you?
Communications. I go to college for that, major in communication.
Okay. Now, what fuels you? Like, what's your why? Like, I like to ask, like, what's your why? Like, what fuels you every day?
My family, my supporters. I made personal goals, and I made promises to myself that I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I plan to live up to it.
Well, one thing I know, you work hard, and I believe that you can accomplish what you want to get done. All right, so I appreciate you coming, Cason. I know how to kind of get you out your shell a little bit, because you be all nervous, all shy. Nah. But you did real good, man. Like I said, we went one-on-one. You got me. All right. Oh man, I really appreciate you. I know taking time out of your day. I know you got other stuff you could do, but I really appreciate you, and really kind of telling your story. So, appreciate it, Cason.
Appreciate you for having me.
So that's the second episode of ISO Ani. I had Cason Wallace on here. We went at it, but he did his thing. He got me. Follow us on YouTube at ISO Ani, on Instagram ISO.Ani, and just stay aware for our new content coming out.